Cool. The next thing is cognitive behavioral coaching, CBC, sorry. I'm not the best at these terms. A lot of this is just like I've been using kind of naturally, because I can say that I'm a natural mentor, we can say. And like this is just helping to put things into perspective and to like specific steps to share, but you don't have to memorize all these terms and stuff. You just need to understand the point and then implement them. That's the main thing. But if you memorize, even better. So this is for removing limiting beliefs, right? And this is huge as well. Bunch of the times the struggle isn't the tactic, the strategy. The person just has limiting beliefs. Hey, that won't work for me. I can do that. This wouldn't work. And they just stop themselves, right? And this cognitive behavior coaching is a psychology-based approach that helps clients overcome negative thought patterns, and this is scientifically proven, by the way, which is the great news that this works. So how it works? The first thing is to identify the limiting beliefs, understand negative thoughts holding the clients back. So we need to say, okay, what do you think, what limiting beliefs you might have that are stopping you? A key factor here is that I love this quote from Hormozi, who said, the true limiting beliefs, the true beliefs are those that we never thought of question, right? These are the real beliefs that we really believe in because we never even think of questioning them, right? So sometimes if you ask that to the client, they might not be able to say that because if they really believe in something, they don't even think to question that, right? So this is the interesting paradox there, meaning that a lot of it should come to your skills to really see not only what the client is saying, but what do you notice, right? Even if the client might be declining that or refusing to accept that, how can you, show that you really care about them and you are saying that for the right intentions, and how you can bring their attention to this belief that they really hold into, but that might not be true, right? So this is very important as well. Don't only listen to what people are saying, but also you need to be able to identify the real beliefs that you see stopping the person, right? But after we understand them while asking, or like we paying attention on how they speak, what words they say, right? Sometimes someone can say, hey, I know that I suck at sales, right? Or this, whatever. They can say some things like this that you can catch and say, hey, that might be a limiting belief. Here's how we can solve it, right? The next thing is challenge those beliefs, find evidence against self-imposed limitations. So you shouldn't say, hey, it's not true, right? Because if someone just believes into something, they are not going to easily change their mind. We humans, all of us, we are usually pretty careful about changing our beliefs, right? It's not an easy process. So to do that, we need to show evidence, right? And in a very friendly way, so the person feels that we are, again, on their side. But the more evidence that you show, the better. For example, the person can say, hey, I can't grow on YouTube because I can't edit, and I can't grow without edited videos. And then we can share, cool. Totally understand. Would you mind if I share with you some clients that also were in that situation and how they made the videos that were unedited and how it worked, for example? And then I can show them like 10 people with real names, real testimonials, with the proof, with all the transformation, their channels, what they did. And now the person will be more, there will be more chance that they will accept, right? More willing to accept the change and the belief. So the more evidence we show against it, the better. Reframe thoughts, replace limiting beliefs with the empowering ones, and then take action based on the new mindset, right? So then we change the belief. It's not about the edited videos, it's about the value of the video. Doesn't matter if it's edited or not. It's just about what you share in the video and how helpful it can be to the person, right? And then we go and take action on that. Example, helping a coach overcome a fear of selling. Client belief is selling my community or program or course or mentorship or whatever feels pushy and uncomfortable. The coach can ask, why do you think that? And the person can say, because I don't want to seem like I'm just after their money, right? So it can be a limiting belief. And we can ask, what if selling is actually helping them solve the problem? And then we can tell them a story. For example, it happened to me that we had several clients that I didn't pitch to, and then they went and bought something completely different from another person that sucked, right? And they came to me and they said, this is a real story, by the way. They said, hey, Harold, why didn't you tell me about that? You have that program as well, one-on-one. I spent all this money on other people. If I knew that you have that too, I would buy from you. I wasted money on these other people, right? You should have told me. And that story I said, damn, so I'm wrong that I didn't pitch, right? Sometimes that can turn out. And I switched my mindset that it's my responsibility to let the people know about my offer, right? It's so they can make an informed decision. It's not my responsibility to push someone to make them buy or whatever, but it is my responsibility to make sure that they know about my offers, right? Because if they know and they're informed, maybe they will buy. Otherwise, they're gonna go and make a worse decision. So, okay, now once we I told this story, right? This can resonate and the person can say, oh, damn, which is a real story. And now they can shift their paradigm. Now this is the new empowering mindset that I'm not afraid of selling, but this is my responsibility to let people know about my offer so they can be informed and make their decision. If they want to join or not, that's fine. But I need to make them know that's what I need to do. Then we can start acting on this mindset, new mindset, right? So that's very powerful as well. So the next thing is action plan. Again, reframing message to focus on value instead of selling. Let's say creating case studies showing how past members benefited from that, using storytelling to demonstrate transformation in sales conversations, right? So try to share your experience with the person on, hey, you thought this thing, here's the evidence against it. Would you mind me sharing it? Here's the evidence against it, right? We can think these things, and this is the proof and the stories that that's true. And then we try to, while showing that we are on their side, change their limiting beliefs. So now they can have the empowered one, and the most importantly, take action on that. If they change their belief but don't take any action, don't change their behavior, it doesn't matter. But if they do, they can succeed. Now, a lot of these trainings are available for free with all of the templates, AI tools, private feedback for you to be able to implement in your business. And guess what? It's absolutely free. So if you're interested, the link will be down below in the description and you can apply to join there.